Hey Dan, I think I should introduce myself. It's been so long since you've certainly had an interesting 2021.
Oh, it was cool, man. Like, yeah, not many people got to kind of travel the world and go to new places. So I don't really, yeah, like you just got to take the good in everything. Like everyone, I don't know, everyone's kind of viewing it as like a bad situation, where I was always viewing it as a positive, man. Got out, did some incredible travel with the family and that, like spent a lot of time around, you know, in the last couple of years, spent, you know, a few months in Dubai, spent more than a couple of months in Las Vegas, got out to New York, and now getting to tick the UK off the list too, so it's, yeah, it's like, it's very exciting.
Yeah, you'd be one of the very few who have been invited by the UFC to go and take your family and live there, and I'm picking that they weren't, the digs weren't too scruffy.
Nah, they took good care of me. Yeah, without a doubt. You know, they flew the family out. You know, got me a car, nice place to stay. It was all kind of taken care of, and then yeah, my wife's got some family in New York, so we went out there. Spent some time in New York as well, in Manhattan, so cool.
Yeah, and you only got that because of the way you performed and the way you always put your hand up, I should say, and it was rewarding financially as well as experience-wise.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it just kind of, that's just the attitude that I've always had, is to just not like pass up opportunities. And then when everything was going down, like the lockdowns and things like that, yeah, it kind of lit a fire and just pissed me off more than anything. And I wanted to like show that, like, I wasn't gonna let it stop me, or I wasn't gonna let it like affect me all my life. So I made the most of the situation, you know, whereas like a lot of other guys kind of sat back, like even from around the world, like a lot of guys were just like, oh, I'll wait till this is over, whereas yeah, I just kind of kicked the door open and went out in the storm and thoroughly enjoyed the last couple of years. It's been really fun.
Well, you're having another change now too, because you're going to drop back down a division. What is behind that?
It's like just the reality of the situation. You look at the top 5 of the lightweight division, and then now I've got a little red mark next to 3 of the names there. So it's like you would have to go back in that division and like spend some time kind of fighting down and kind of treading water in the lightweight division. Until the landscape of the top 5 changes before you're going to get a shot at a belt or a shot at the title. Whereas I can go down to a weight class which I feel like I'm very comfortable. You know, I've made for years in the past, and I feel like very comfortable with that weight class. Go back down there, get a guy like Arnold Allen, who's on an 8-fight win streak. Fight him, and then just be straight back in the, like, this fight straight back in the mix. It's not, this is a forward step. Like, without a doubt, a guy on an 8-fight win streak is in like talks for a title. That's just like non-negotiable, you know. So to get an opportunity like that on like I think it's the co-main event on the first card back in the UK, I think the tickets sold out in 5 minutes or something crazy. Like, it's going to be a sold out arena. And I'm just pumped to get over there and see somewhere new and fight in front of an audience that haven't seen me fight live before.
Go back to the weight, because, you know, we hear so much about cutting and everything. You actually did a little bit of a trial over there.
Yeah, I did, like, just made the most of being in Las Vegas I was at the PI every day. So then, you know, Geordie, the fight dietitian, was like talking with the guys there, and I actually did like a full body composition scan before the Makachev fight, and then just like completely ignored like the results of that. I was like not interested. I was like training, and then after the fight, I just went and talked to the UFC nutritionist and was just like, what did that scan I did say? And they said, oh, it says you're sitting like on the line between like the top of lightweight, the top of featherweight, or like the bottom. So it's like, Yeah, like a lot of people can say what they want to say. They can say, oh, I think, you know, you should be fighting here, or I think you should be fighting there. Like, look, the smartest people in this aspect of the sport in the world, I'm going off like their suggestions and their data and their breakdown. I've not just like pulled a weight class out of my ass and I'm just like, oh, I think I'm going to like go here. Like, this is, I feel very comfortable. Like, is it a big cut? Yeah, but it's like, it's playing to the rules. Like, it's without a doubt, like it's playing to the rules. All these other guys are doing it. Yeah, like you have to do it if you want to. Like, I'm not talking about just winning fights or heading in the right direction. Like, there's, without a doubt, there's welterweights I could beat. But if we're talking beating guys in the top 5, if we're talking top 3, if we're talking like that higher echelon, where tiny increments make like massive differences at that level, I'm talking like at that level, then this is featherweight is the weight class where I'm pulling out absolutely all the stops. That's everything. That's 100% commitment. Like, even fighting at lightweight, like I can get away with like not eating clean and then just making weight and getting in and fighting. Like, this is absolutely everything has to be on point for it to go right, and that's what you have to do to beat those elite level fighters.
Well, you originally come up, and when you come up from featherweight to lightweight, you had a real winning streak, and you know, it looked like lightweight was the best weight for you. What do you think is going to be the difference this time with you going down to featherweight than when you were down there before?
Yeah, like a lot of people, when I made the shift up to lightweight and then just went on a bit of a streak and was getting some knockouts and putting like a good win streak together, like just put it down to just solely that, was just like, oh, you must, you know, you shifted weight class. That was the answer to that, but it definitely wasn't. Like, that was before I made that shift. Like, when I moved back to New Zealand and started training at City Kickboxing and training out of here full time and made like a full commitment to City Kickboxing and the coaches here and building my team here, that's like all part of it. Like, that all had to do with it. So the weight class was like a very small change. The weight class was just like a fresh start as opposed to anything else. So it's not the same like going back to featherweight, because I don't feel like that success at lightweight was due to the weight class. That was due to everything here. And now that like the borders are opening up, my coaches can travel, you know, we're not getting locked down at the gym again. Like, now I feel like we've got through that pandemic period. Like, that's done and dusted. We get to put in full camps here. I get to have my coaches at my fights. I'm training with the best team in the world, and I'm just in a great place. Like, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to go out there and just show everything I've learned from the last couple of years.
Where are you sitting now on your training camp? Where are you, how far in?
Like halfway. So I pretty much like came out of MIQ and just like put the pedal to the metal. Like, it's just been non-stop. Like, yeah, I like came back and I was thinking, oh, I'll have a bit of a catch up with everyone back in New Zealand, but it's not been like that. I've just kind of put my head down and gone straight to work in the gym with the team here, and it's been great. It's just been like flying by the time.
What's your opinion of the 3 boys that just left on Friday?
Yeah, without a doubt, that's like the hardest camp that I've seen them go through. Like, just how hard they were pushing, how hard the team around them was pushing them. They look like they're 100% ready. You know, I'm feeling very excited for that one. Like, they're just well prepared. Like, they're as good as a camp can go.
Brilliant, mate. And we'll follow you through yours and look forward to that one as well.
Cheers, mate.
Brilliant, man. Hey, thanks very much for that.
No trouble.